Hey guys, it's Jayla. Welcome back. I'm here today to do my update for my project polish. For this project, I focus on my nail polish collection, and specifically I am kind of trying to rotate through the many polishes that I own. And so I'm not trying to really finish anything. I am just trying to use the polishes that I own for a specific number of times. And then once I meet that goal, I roll them out and then bring in new polishes. I've decided to change up this project a little bit. And the reason is because I have found that I'm not meeting my original threshold of a 10 use goal very quickly, and therefore I'm not being able to bring in new polishes very often. And that's not really the intent of this project. The intent of this project was to be able to bring in new polishes on a somewhat regular basis to be able to use them. And my original goal was to use a polish 10 times and then roll it out. And with the frequency of which I actually change my polish, which is generally 2 to 3 times a week, I usually change the polish on my toes about once a week. It just wasn't frequent enough to be able to roll any of these polishes out on a consistent basis. So to that point, I have decided to reduce the number of times to use each polish from 10 times to 5 times. And I think by doing that, it will, make this project more interesting, not only for myself, but also for you. And it'll obviously make this project more interesting in the sense that I'll be able to cycle through my polish collection a bit more. I have a lot of polishes, so there needs to be a bit more rotation of the polishes that I'm using in this project for the intended purpose that I originally had for the project. So anyway, let me show you guys the polishes that I was working on, and I'm going to start with the ones that I'm going to be able to rotate out. I'm actually going to be able to rotate out 5 polishes this month. So let's start with the first one. The first one that I'm going to rotate out is this Colors by Laro Berries in the Snow. And that is this polish here. Let me shake it up. So that is this polish here. It's this beautiful purple holographic shade. And it's a beautiful color. Beautiful color. I really do enjoy this one. I do have a color wheel here. That was this polish here. And I think I ended up using this 6 times. That was before I had decided to decrease my number of uses from 10 to 5. So I really did enjoy this nail polish quite a bit. You don't really see the holographic tendencies of this polish on the nails as much as you see it in the bottle, but the color is pretty. And I didn't mention, but I do have 9 color categories. The color categories are purple, red purple, or a burgundy, pink, red, blue green, black or white, or like a gray silver, multi-chromes, glitters, toppers, and that's 9. I'm counting 9. So those are the 9 color categories that I have, and therefore I always have 9 polishes in this project. This is the purple category. The next polish I'm rolling out is in the red, purple, or burgundy color category, and this is the Fun Lacquer Polish in Storage. And it's actually a multi-chrome as well, and it is a beautiful nail polish. I really did enjoy using this one a lot. This was a great topper for a couple of other like burgundy or red polishes that I had in this project. So it is more of a sheer polish, so it does need either a black base or a darker polish as a base. I didn't use it by itself, but it's beautiful. I really do love these Fun Lacquer polishes a lot. Okay, so the next one that I'm rolling out was the blue-green category, and I currently have this one on my toes, and it was the 5th use. This is the A. England polish in St. George, and this is really beautiful. It's basically a one-coater, And it's really thick. So I do think I need to add a bit of polish thinner to this, but it's really pretty. I did have to clip the brush because there are a couple of like bristles that are not really aligned very well. And you can even, I don't know if you guys can see that on here. Maybe I'll put it over my face so it's a little bit easier to see. But even now, there's still some that are not really aligned properly on here. So that was kind of annoying. But this is still a really pretty polish, and I really did enjoy using this one. So next one that I'm rolling out was the Multichrome. And this is another fun lacquer, and this is in the shade Frost. This is a stunning, like, blue, purple, shifting polish. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I really do love this shade. And I have several polishes that shift like this. It kind of reminds me of an eyeshadow that I'm currently working on as well, with the way that it shifts. You can kind of see that cyan turquoisey shift that it's got going on too. I, again, use this as a topper for a couple of other polishes as well. Like, it was a great topper for even this purple holographic polish. These work great together. And then the last one that I'm rolling out is actually my topper. And this was the ILNP flaky polish in the shade Atlantis. So it is this flaky polish, and it's like kind of multi-chrome flaky polish in that purpley blue shifty beautiful gorgeousness. It's so pretty, and it really coordinated well with storage as well. These flaky polishes are really nice by ILNP. ILNP is one of my favorite polish brands. Every time she comes out with, I don't know if it's a she, but every time they come out with a polish collection, I'm like, what is it? What is it? Because I love their stuff. All right, so the polishes that I am still working on, let me show you what I still have from my color wheel and then how I'm doing on them. So the first one is this is from my red category, and this is Essie's Swing Velvet, and that is this one here. And this one is actually a great color as well. It's a really great base. And it's actually the base that I'm using for my nails that I've got going on today. And this one I have 4 uses on. So it's interesting because I think I'm like down to here on this. So I've gotten pretty good use on this just even before I threw it into this project. So one more use on this and I'll be able to roll it out. The one that I actually have on my nails right now on top of Swing Velvet is the Emily DeMolly Glitter. This is my glitter category, and this is in Fashion Victim. So that is what the bottle looks like, and this is the glitter itself. Let me see if I can get it good. So the way that I applied this, I've worn this a couple of different ways. So I have just applied it from the brush directly. And when you do that, you definitely get more of that like pink color base, because it's got like a pink jelly base that's with the glitter particles. So it's not in a clear base, right? It's in a somewhat of a pink jelly base. And let me show you what it looks like on my color wheel too. So this is what that polish looks like on the color wheel, just, from the brush itself. But for my nails, what I did last night or yesterday is I actually sponged it on. And when you do that, it pretty much removes that jelly base altogether, and you're just left with the glitter. So those silver glitters come out a lot more when you do that. I feel like in the bottle, you don't see those silver glitters very much at all. But it definitely shows up a lot more on my nails. So Very pretty. The only problem that I have with glitters in general is that you really have to put on several coats of top coat in order to get that gritty feeling off your nails. Or like even now I put on 2 top coats and it still doesn't feel 100% smooth. Or like a glitter food top coat and then put another top coat on top of it. And then it just ends up getting like thick. Your nails get thick. And I don't love that. The other thing is that you then have to soak your nails in acetone, or if you don't want to use acetone, you can use regular nail polish, but then you have to soak it for longer in order to get the glitter off your nails. So it's time consuming to take off, which isn't my favorite, but it's a pretty effect. I ain't gonna lie, it's a pretty effect. Fashion Victim, I have used 4 times, so only one more use and I can roll it out and I can pick a new glitter topper, which is super exciting. For the black white polish, I have Colors by Laro Fairy Dust. And this is a beautiful holographic, it's not even glitter. I guess it could be a little bit glittery, but it's definitely got like these holographic particles in there. It's so pretty. And it looks really gorgeous on the nails. It'll be great for the springtime actually. So I think I'll be wearing it a bit more this month and next month. And I do love this, but I've only used it once. So I think during the beginning of the year, I was really focused on using those darker polishes versus something like this, which is a bit lighter. But that will probably get more use in March and April. And then the last polish that I was working on is my pink polish. And this is the China Glaze polish in Sexy Silhouette. And again, I think this is another one that I will focus a bit more on in March and April. So it's really just a standard, bright pink polish. That's what that one looks like. And this is Fairy Dust right here on the color wheel. So I've only used Sexy Silhouette 1, so I need to get cracking on it. So what did I bring in to replace the 5 that I got to roll out? So originally, when I first picked these polishes out, I had just gone to my Helmers that hold all of my ridiculous amount of polish and just kind of rummaged around and just randomly chose one from each drawer. But what I decided to do is I felt like if I'm going to actually be tempted to use these polishes and actually work on them, I should probably choose polishes that are appropriate for the season. So that's what I did. I went through each drawer and I actually picked polishes that I was like, this is good for this time of year. So let me show you what I chose. So from my purple drawer, I pulled this polish. It is this one here. And this is a gorgeous polish from Glam Polish. The color is Maleficent. And it is just this stunning, it's really, you can kind of see it there. It's got glitter particles in it, but it's kind of obviously a lighter purple. It's got some pink particles in there as well. Let me show you what it looks like on the color wheel. So that is what that one looks like right there. And I thought it was super pretty. I love how it's got the pink that shines through. Yep, it's super pretty. Love it. And then for my red purple, red purple burgundy, but really it's more like anything that's a reddish purpley color. I pulled in another Colors by Laro. And really, guys, what I did was I was like, okay, what's this one? And I looked at it and I was like, that's good for the season. Or no, it's not good for the season. And I pulled another one and I didn't look at a color wheel and say, I want that one. I just randomly picked polishes out of my drawer, and if I felt like it was going to be good for this time of year, I went with it. So anyway, Colors by Laro, Life in the Fast Lane. And this is what this one looks like. So again, it's still dark, but it's got that bright component to it. I love, bright jewel toned polishes. That's kind of my go-to. I'm not really a pastel polish girl. I do have a couple that are pastel-y, but for the most part, I'm not really a fan of pastels. So that is, what is it again? Life in the Fast Lane. Whoops. So for my multi-chrome, I went with a polish from Different Dimensions, and this is Space X. And oh my gosh, this one is so pretty. It's a very slightly shifty polish. It's more of like a gold to pink. You can kind of see that pink shift. It's so pretty. And I don't even think, I didn't have to put a base on the nail wheel for this one. This one is just by itself. So it can definitely go over other polishes as well. So it'll be kind of fun to play around with layering this one to see what it looks like. And I'm thinking like maybe over Sexy Silhouette. It'd be interesting to see how it works over that. Yeah, so that's kind of the first one that I think of layering it with, but we'll see. That is stunning. Okay, so for the blue-green drawer, so in this drawer I combine blue and green polishes because I don't have a lot of them. This one is, and I don't have a lot from this brand, this is Glaze, and the shade is ILF. It's like a muted blue, but yeah, it's definitely got an iridescent quality, and this is actually a matte polish, but of course I used a top coat, so it, is no longer matte. But when I originally put it on the color wheel, it was a matte polish. So I'm not really a big fan of matte polishes, at least on my nails, but I may try it out to see what it looks like. So we'll see. And then for my topper, I went with a Cult Nails polish, and this is in the shade Mayhem. This is a holographic topper, and it's kind of hard to see in the bottle. Yeah, you can kind of see that holo shift there. I don't have the camera set up to see this shift very well. But on the color wheel, what I did was, so this is that shade Swatched. So the way that I did this is I did black at the tip so we could see how it looked over black. And then on this side of the, is it this side? No, this side, I layered 2 coats. So this side is 1 coat and this side is 2 coats. Because I just wanted to see what it would look like, testing it out in different ways. And obviously, if I'm going to top this on other polishes, I also wanted to see how much 2 coats would cover the base color versus 1 coat. Hopefully that makes sense. Because I think based on what I'm seeing on the swatch, that 2 coat side covered that black up quite a bit versus the 1 coat side. I don't know if you guys can see that. The 1 coat side I think looks much better. So that's probably how I'll end up using it. I want the top coat to just be the top coat, right? I don't want to overtake the base color. So yeah, so this will be interesting to play with. I think I have better holographic toppers than this one, to be honest. This came out when holographic polishes were kind of just starting to come out. So I think this was, kind of ahead of its time whenever it was released. There's way better holographic pigments that came out after this, but we'll see. I'll play with it and see what happens. So that's my update for my project polish. I am very excited to have rolled in 5 new polishes to play with. I think it was a good idea to change up the project to be able to play around with some new polishes versus the same polishes I've been playing around for the past 2 months, because I feel like that was kind of getting boring. Let me update my color wheel. Which ones I finished? Okay, so this one's done. This one's done. This one's done. This one's done. And that one's done. Okay, so this is my updated color wheel. So I put X's on the ones that I finished. Which, yay, exciting. And pretty soon I'm going to have a second color wheel. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this was more exciting for you guys too. And I'm sure I rambled, but you know, I ramble. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are doing well, staying safe. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye. I'm trying to make a video, buddy. Oh, is it a pretty boy? You need some love. Stupid gnat. So the 9 color categories I have are purple, red, purple, or burgundy, pink, red, blue, green, black, white. Oh, I'm not counting. This came out kind of when holographic. So that is my update for my Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are doing well and staying safe, and I'll see y'all next time. Hit that